Hi class, my name is Catherine Davis and I will be reading you guys two stories today. First off, I want to apologize if you hear any dog noises in the background. I just got a puppy and he's playing with other puppies, so just ignore it and bear with me here. Anyways, I'm going to read two stories today right off of my story paper. And they both are very similar, but in the middle there starts becoming slight twist, which changes the end of the story. So just pay attention. One's going to be the first story, and then the second one's going to be a visionary story. So we'll just go ahead and dive right in. So there was a young woman named Brandy, and she had dreams of becoming her own director of a sports medicine department at a Division I NCAA university. She took all the correct steps to get there. She had majored in athletic training, and she was going to pursue her master's at Marshall University. All of these events were setting her up to be a successful leader in the medical facility. She was raised in a time, especially for her education, where men dominated the sports field. So it was a very hardcore mentality. Coaches had this harsh mentality when it came to injuries and hydration. For example, they didn't believe in water breaks, and they thought concussions were made up injuries because that you couldn't see them because you couldn't physically see a concussion. So this is a little background on the time that Brandy was learning to be an athletic trainer. So with this mentality, Brandy had to work hard to overcome that stigma. She was a woman, she was very short in stature, and so she had to have these harsh decisions, and she had to be aggressive and assertive in her decision-making skills and in her delivery to coaches. She learned all of these qualities and practiced them as an athletic trainer as she was learning to be an athletic trainer and growing. She later went on to achieve her goals and became a director of sports medicine at Georgia Southern University. Now, this is the university that I have been studying a lot and looking into. She had her dream job by being resilient and firm, so she wanted to lead her staff in the same way that she was taught. Now, the world and sports medicine specifically has evolved since that time. We see an era of society knowing that women are capable to be successful in the workforce. It's no longer just men working and women staying at home and being housewives. Our society views women as equals, I feel like, today. So the world is constantly changing. Brandy still had her team following a very harsh and very harsh work environment, and she had this every man for himself type mentality. This led to coaches and athletic trainers not having healthy relationships. They would butt heads because each wanted to be right and have that pride. This also led to within the organization problems arising. Another problem that arose is Brandy tends to hire individuals with the same harsh personality. She hired graduate assistants to work part-time, and they are not yet on the full-time level. However, since their personalities are power-driven, they want more responsibilities as if they were a full-time athletic trainer. And it challenges the hierarchy of the staff, and it creates conflict within the organization. Different people are trying to steal their shines. They are fighting because one of the graduate assistants wants a higher sport than the others, or wants to take an injury or an athlete. This could be a chain reaction starting from Brandy's learning in that era and not adapting to the world changing. So now we're going to go into the visionary story. Pay close attention because it starts the same, but in the middle there's a bit of a change, and you'll see how that plays out. So again, there was a young girl named Brandy. She had huge dreams of becoming a sports medicine director of a Division I NCAA program. She took all the correct steps and went to graduate school at Marshall University, become a graduate assistant to pursue her master's in athletic training. All these events were setting her up to be a successful leader at a Division I football program. She was raised in a time where men dominated the sports field, and coaches had a mentality that was harsh when it came to health. For example, they didn't believe in water breaks, and they thought concussions were made up because they couldn't physically see them. With this mentality, Brandy had to work hard to overcome that stigma. She was a woman and she was very short in stature, so in order for these hard-nosed men to listen to her, she had to be sturdy, self-confident, and empowering. She learned all of these qualities and practiced them as an athletic trainer. She later went on to achieve her goals and became Director of Sports Medicine at Georgia Southern University, a Division I football program. She had achieved her dream job by being resilient and firm, so she wanted to lead her staff the same way. So society's view of men ruling the sports field no longer exists, and Brandy realizes this. She uses tools such as emotional intelligence, culture intelligence, mentorship, and servant leadership to better herself as a leader in a changing world. She teaches the importance of being stern, yet empathetic towards athletes' injuries. She makes an environment that fosters learning for future athletic trainers to come. It offers patience towards one another in the organization, and there's no gossiping, there is no talking down to one another. The organizational behavior includes a strong decision-making skills, but hearing others' point of views before doing so. There is a positive atmosphere in the organization, and it could be a chain of Brandy's ability to change and adapt with the times, but still be solid and confident in her skills as an athletic trainer. And those are my 2 stories for you guys. I hope you enjoyed them and can't wait to hear your feedback. Thank you.